Hello folks, welcome back to Final Fantasy VII. This is Fuzzfinger once again, and we are actually approaching the final area of the main story, which is the Northern Crater. We've just landed the High Wind here, so I'm just going to prepare the materials for our characters. I believe that we should have some good enough materials equipped already. Now, we're not actually going to go for the final encounter today, but I am just going to make our way down because there's some good farming locations here, and seeing as how some of the optional bosses in this game that are coming up are in fact really difficult, it's probably a good time to learn those farming locations, in all honesty. There's also a few enemy skills that we haven't yet collected that you can collect from this crater. Some of them are awesome, and I'll point those out when we come to them. Don't worry, we can make our way back out at any particular point. Just, I'll tell you where not to go past unless you want to engage the final battle of the game. That item we collected was a save crystal. Now, there are no save points in this part of the game, but that save crystal we collected will give us the option to create a save point in the crater at any particular moment, but we only can do one. Now these things are annoying, so I'm just going to run from these. There's not really any point in killing them. You can't do any damage to them until they wake up. And they have the power to kill you in one hit. And they also give crap amounts of experience. So yeah, if you can run, do run. There are also some pretty cool items that we can collect. So, if I were you, I'd save your save crystal until the end, which is what I'm going to do with mine. I'll show you when I use it, and then if you want, you can copy me if you're playing along. Looks like a materia, that does. How weird. Right, let's see what we can collect here. Power source, okay, that'll do. So let's see what we have. These things can teach us Dragon Force, which I have to say is quite a nice enemy skill. I don't think we can manipulate it, but I'll certainly try, you never know. Actually, yeah, you can manipulate it because Dragon Force is a positive enemy skill, so it will never cast it on us. There we go, nicely manipulated. We'll start off by casting it on Cloud, of course. I'm just going to see if we can find out what it does exactly. Doesn't say at the moment. But it's got to be a good thing. And of course on Sid. Raises the defense and magic defense of a person. So not too bad at all. Or laser it to wake it up out of its manipulative slumber. That's quite easy to kill in the end. There are quite a few enemies around here that can cast Death, so you might want to cast Final Attack paired with the Revive Materia, or Phoenix, just in case the unbearable or the unthinkable does happen. And even with enemy away, it seems you get a fair few encounters across here. These things can be quite nasty. Although they don't have much health, fortunately. Now I know what you're thinking, I said this is a good farming place, but so far the creatures aren't really giving that much experience or AP. And that is true, but that's because we haven't come across the good farming places yet. But I will certainly show them to you once we reach them. Let's run away. I don't know why they keep doing that. Barrett was caught by surprise. Because he's got sneak attack equipped, isn't it? I think I might de-equip that, seeing as how we're not really using it, it has to be said. So there's quite a few sources in the crater. Let's go down. I know there's a couple of chests there, but we'll be coming back for those. Those caves that you can see are basically your way back up. And I have a feeling we can manipulate these in order to learn an enemy skill, but I could be wrong. But we'll try it. See what happens. I'm not a big fan of back attacks. Ah, level 5 death. Okay, now this will kill anybody who's level 5, but it is an enemy skill, so hopefully nobody is. Only 2 actually. Probably should have raised them, shouldn't we? It affects anybody, that spell, that has a level with a multiple of 5, and Barrett and Sid have both got level 60, of course. Right then, so let's get these back up and joining us into the world of the living. Use one of our many mega elixirs to heal everyone up to full. And I doubt very much they got that skill. Nope, I doubt wrong. So there's our second enemy skill learned. Useful, as I mentioned, if you cast it on level 5 enemies. And there's also items to collect in those caves. But as I mentioned, I'm not in a dire rush to collect all the items right now. And this is the midway point. Let's go down. Come on, Cloud. Thank you. And we actually get to choose here which path we want to go down. Now the right hand path, there is an enemy skill we can learn called Angel Whisper, which fully revives any dead party member that you cast it on, and also cures any party member you cast it on to full health. Technically you could split Cloud up to go by himself if you really want to do that. We're going to send him down the left path though, which is not with the Angel Whisper enemy skill. But it's good for me to show you some farming locations. I'm trying to think where we should send Red 13. If you send them to different locations, then they can pick up items. At least I think that's how it works. Kate Sith. He can't really pick up anything that decent, so it doesn't matter where we send him. And same for Vincent, he can pick up the Mega All materia. We'll carry on with the setup we're using. Now, despite the fact you've chosen the paths, I think you can go down either path still. And it's just Tifa to go. That sounds like a good idea to me. Now we can choose whether to go up or down, and there are some good farming locations if you go up, but I'm going to actually go down along with Barrett and Sid. Because the other characters I've sent to the up path will actually collect some decent items for us. At least that's the plan. So we'll go down the right hand path and we'll collect our own items on the way, including a not so useful remedy at this stage, an X potion, now let's see what we've got here. Okay, there is an enemy around here. This is an it called the magic pot, and it's actually a good enemy to farm for, to kill. But you can only actually attack them once you've thrown an elixir on them. So that's where the W item trick comes in handy, because you basically have unlimited elixirs then, which is what you want. And yes, I did see that materia. Just grab these other crappy items first though. Now will this be a magic pot? Nope. These are fairly easy to kill. I think they do an ability called Death Gaze, but it only puts a timer on you. Look at that, maximum damage. Now before we go any further, I am going to equip Cloud. See what he's using. We can get rid of sense. And we'll put the W item materia there. We'll swap the enemy skill with Knights of the Round, so we can level that up. And we'll give him the Apocalypse. Right, Barrett's. He can keep the missing score, to be honest with you. XP plus and a Mastered HP plus materia. Let's take out the mine. Swap them round. And we'll give Vincent, Sid even, Scimitar. Another Mega Elixir just to top them up again. Right, hopefully if we do encounter those enemies now, we should be all ready for them. But we need to get up there. Or down there. There we go. Magic counter. Now that's a nice one. We don't need to equip it just yet. So it's just a case of jumping all the way down, collecting all the items as you go past them. And just make sure when you get to the end you explore the other paths as well for the items that you might have missed. Tomboy, I'm going to run from this. These things can be bitches to kill. Although if you're feeling lucky and you're quite powerful, you can actually morph these into a ribbon, which is actually quite useful, seeing as how we've only got 2 ribbons, I think. So we can still do with another one. But we'll do that when we've levelled up a bit. if you've played Final Fantasy for any length of time, you'll know that the Tombury is a recurring enemy, and they're never particularly easy. You have to actually spam the accept button as you go past this in order to collect it. But it's not too easy to get. Forget it, we'll come back for it later. And we're actually nearly there. So I would advise that you use your save crystal here before moving on. Is it all the way down the bottom? Yes. I don't think you can use it past this point, so make sure you do use it if you haven't already. And then we're just going to go and speak to our friends to collect the items that we're missing. Yes, this is actually the very final stage before the last boss. Make sure you speak to everyone, except your own party. They obviously won't have anything. Shield material, that's nice. Yeah, you're for your materia thief. Counter materia. Now you pair that with mine a few times, if you can master them, then you can actually become the most powerful killing force in the game. And there are some videos on YouTube of Barret killing one of the most powerful enemies in the game, Emerald Weapon, under the water, just by pairing mime with the counter materia over and over in all 16 slots. And he just casts his anger max limit break over and over and over and over until the boss dies, and it's got like 1,000,000 hit points. So yeah, right, I'm just going to try and find some of the enemies that I want you to see that are good to farm. So I'm just going to pause the video and come back once I found them. Okay, so this is a magic pot. Now we've only encountered one. If you're lucky, you can actually encounter them in multiples of 2. And they, as I mentioned, you can only damage them after feeding them an elixir. They're dead easy to kill after that. But you get a massive 8,000 experience and 1,000 AP for everyone you kill. Bearing in mind, with your triple growth weapons, that'd be 3,000 AP. And I'm in the left upper path at the moment, which is where we sent Red 13 and Vincent. See what we get here. Movers. Now these are awesome as well. Despite the fact that they don't give you any kind of experience, they do give you a lot of AP, which is nice. And we finished them off in one, using Cloud's Meteor Rain limit skill. Limit break. Look at that, 2,400 AP. Triple that, and you start levelling up your materia, including Knights of the Round. Awesome. So some good farming spots for you there, folks. Make sure you use them wisely. And with that said, I think we'll end the episode here. We've found our way down to Sephiroth, which we will do in a later episode. And we've also got quite a bit of optional stuff I want to show you, so that's all coming up as well. Thank you for joining me. I've been Fuzzfinger. Please rate this video up if it's been helpful to you. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.